What's good, my people? Gigi, the review queen, is back in the building. And today we're diving into a story about a glow-up so massive it's gonna break the internet. Alright, let's set the scene. Meet Mo Chen, our main guy, who is literally the sweetest. He stayed up all night to ghostwrite a proposal that got his girl Susan Su a major promotion. And now he's on his way to celebrate with her favorite cake and some lottery tickets. Thinking he's about to be boyfriend of the year, but instead he walks right into an ambush. It's Susan Su with her mom Meilan and her brother Leo, and peep the new guy Kevin Zhou. The family is already calling Hyam brother-in-law. The disrespect is real. The mom Meilan straight up roasts Hyam, saying Susan Su is a big shot manager now, and he's just a low-level employee who hasn't been promoted in years. And the brother Leo just twists the knife, saying his sister was cursed to be with a guy like Hyam. Finally, the mom pressures Susan Su to just get it over with. And you can see Mo Chen just hoping this is all a bad dream. She hits Hyam with the classic, "I know everything you died for me. Dao just know what's coming next." And boom. Bro literally got dumped for being broke while holding a birthday cake for her. The villain origin story we're here for, as he stands there, completely shattered. A notification pops up on his phone. The brag on social media and make it real system has been activated, but he's too stunned to notice. As Meilan continues to mock his efforts, calling his cake a cheap gesture, the new rich boyfriend Kevin Zhou tells Susan Su to hop in, so they can celebrate her promotion and her being single again. Ouch. Then he snatches the lottery tickets from Mo Chen's hand. Calling Hyam a joke and comparing Hyam to a beggar, Kevin Zhou lands the final blow, telling Mo Chen he can't give Susan anything she wants. But instead of breaking, something inside him snaps. He hits them with the coldest line. "Do can't. Even I imagine how rich I am. The confidence is unearned, but we are living for it." He looks Susan Su dead in the eye and tells her they're done, warning her not to regret this. Back in his sad little apartment, he finally processes what happened and checks out the system. It says he can make his online brags come true. Has skeptical but figures has got nothing left to lose. So he decides to give it a shot. Scrolling through his feed, he sees everyone just flexing or living their best life, and realizes social media is all about faking it. Meanwhile, Susan Su posts a cringe moving on update, and Mo Chen realizes his ex and her crew are the perfect targets to test his new powers on. So he makes his first post, casually mentioning he bought some scratch tickets and won 1,000,000 yuan. No big deal. The post immediately gets under Susan's sus skin, who thinks he's calling her a gold digger. Just then, he gets a call from his mom. She's sending Hyam money and telling Hyam to take care of Susan Su. Not knowing they broke up, he has to break the news to her, and she immediately blames herself for not being able to provide for Hyam. Mo Chen quickly comforts her, calling Susan Su a gold digger and promising he's found a better job and will find a better wife. His mom is just happy to hear it. Back at her place, Susan Su is fuming over his comment, convinced he's calling her materialistic. Her brother Leo shows everyone Mo Chen's post, and the family immediately starts clowning on Hyam. The mom says he's just using a random picture from the internet to save face, calling Hyam a joke. Leo piles on, asking Susan how she ever fell for a clown like that in the first place, feeling superior. Susan Su comments on his post, telling Hyam not to deceive himself or hell just get laughed at. The comments section is ruthless, with everyone else joining in to mock his obviously fake post, and just like that, a system notification confirms it. The brag actually worked. Our boy is about to get piety. He can't believe it. A simple post on social media actually netted Hyam 1,000,000 yuan. He realizes the system is legit and that this new power is absolutely insane. But his celebration is cut short by a call from his scummy boss, Fatty Wang. He's screaming that a project failed, and Mo Chen needs to take the blame. Mo Chen remembers how Fatty Wang always bullies Hyam, making Hyam do all the work, stealing all the credit, and throwing Hyam under the bus for any mistake. He reminds his boss that he warned him about the project's flaws, but Fatty Wang just threatens to fire Hyam. Fatty Wang even mocks his social media post, asking if he really thinks he won 1,000,000. That's the last straw. Mo Chen goes off, telling his boss he's quitting this trash job because he's not just a millionaire, he's the richest man in the city. Fatty Wang is stunned, but his boss, the CEO, Serena Shen, is standing right there. She overhears everything. Serena Shen is not playing. She tells Fatty Wang she doesn't want excuses, only results. Since there's a problem, he is responsible. She cancels his bonus for the year and slashes his salary. Fatty Wang can only agree, seething and blaming Mo Chen for his misfortune. The next day, Mo Chen runs into the toxic trio again. Meilan spots Hyam on a shared bike, and he immediately starts mocking Hyam. Leo compares Kevin Zhu's luxury car to Mo Chen's bike, calling Hyam a beggar. This is just getting sad now, but right on cue. The system gives Hyam a new mission. Brag about owning a 10 million yuan supercar. Mo Chen realizes these haters are just fueling his rise. He gets to work immediately. He walks right up to Kevin's car, pushes Hyam aside and snaps a picture for his social media. The caption is pure chaos. He calls Kevin's car ugly and says he hopes the 10 million yuan limited edition Porsche he ordered isn't as disappointing. The whole group is floored. They think he's lost his mind from the breakup. First a million yuan lottery, now a 10 million yuan supercar. Kevin Zhou is smug, figuring people who can't afford things can only brag about them. Meilan's friend Lily chimes in, questioning if Mo Chen is trying to compete with Kevin Zhou, and that he clearly doesn't know his place. All the online comments are just roasting him. But Mo Chen knows their mockery is just fueling the system. Then Susan Su Sly dives into his comments with some fake concern, telling Hyam to pull himself together, and that she doesn't like Hyam this way. Mo Chen claps back instantly, asking why his actions should matter to her since they aren't together anymore. He then suggests she's only commenting because she regrets her decision now that he's getting a supercar. Mic drop. Hes loving how easy it is to farm reactions from them, as Kevin Zhou angrily comments that he'll write his name backwards if Mo Chen actually gets the car. Lily jumps in again to defend her friend, calling Mo Chen shameless and saying he won Susan Su over by lying, and with that last comment, he hits the 100-point threshold. The system activates, and he wonders how the car will actually show up. His phone rings. It's Vivian Zhou from the Porsche dealer Shaibi, calling to confirm his limited edition supercar has arrived. She asks if he wants to pick it up or have it delivered. Mo Chen is so shocked he asks her to repeat herself. She calmly confirms the Porsche 30X limited edition is ready for delivery. But the call is on speaker, and Susan Su and her friends hear everything. The same exact scene plays out again. Mo Chen asks her to repeat it, and Vivian Zhou confirms his car is ready. Susan Su and Kevin Zhou are in disbelief. How could a low-level employee afford a car like that? Kevin Zhou, the supposed car expert, explains the 30X is named that because only 30 were made worldwide. He says it's not even about money. It's about connections that only the truly elite possess. So he concludes that Mo Chen must have hired an actress. Lily immediately agrees, mocking Mo Chen for being so desperate to save face that head stooped this low. Now Susan Su gives Hyam another lecture, telling him to work hard and improve himself, instead of telling lies that are easily exposed. Mo Chen just calmly reminds them of what he said before. My wealth is beyond your imagination. Then he gets back on the phone and tells Vivian Zhou to deliver the car right to the company entrance. She agrees and says it'll be there in 30 minutes. After he hangs up, Susan Su asks Hyam why he's so determined to continue this lie. Why it's so hard for Hyam to just admit his bragging. But her mom Meilan is smarter than she looks. She realizes Mo Chen is counting on them leaving for work so he can claim the car showed up after they left. She decides they're going to wait to see his face when no car arrives, putting Hyam in his place once and for all. Meilan claims they're doing it for his own good, to stop Hyam from living in a fantasy world. Leo and Kevin Zhou are totally on board, eager to watch the show and teach Mo Chen a lesson so he'll finally act his wage. Even Leo, the annoying little brother, tries to give Hyam an out. He tells Hyam to just apologize and admit it was a joke, but our boy Mo Chen is done being a doormat. He tells them to shut up because they're buzzing like flies and giving Hyam a headache. Lily is furious at his stubbornness. She says, when the time is up, she wants to see if he'll get on his knees and beg them not to laugh. Even Susan Su agrees, saying he's beyond help and this lesson will stop Hyam from deceiving himself. And then, like a scene from a movie, a delivery truck rolls up. On the back, a freaking limited edition Porsche 30X. A saleswoman gets out and announces the car for Mr. Chen has arrived on TM. The silence is deafening. It gets better. The saleswoman is Vivian Zhou, who recognizes Mo Chen from high school. And she is shook. He plays it cool, calling her the campus belle. She's totally flustered, saying she can't believe he's so successful now. The peanut gallery is losing their minds. Lily can't believe he actually bought the limited edition Porsche. Leo confirms that it is indeed a multi-million-dollar car, owned only by the super rich. And Susan Sue is having a full-on meltdown. She dated Hyam for 3 years and had no idea he was this loaded. Vivian hands over the keys, and Mo Chen has a moment of realization. He gets that everyone now sees Hyam as a high-diden tycoon. He knows that anyone who could get this car must have a powerful background. And he's starting to lean into his new persona, but Kevin Zhou can't accept reality. He immediately comes up with an excuse. The car must be a rental, a modified knockoff. He calculates that renting a car like this would cost 2 months of Mo Chen's salary. Just to show off, the family instantly latches onto this theory. It's the only thing that makes sense to them. Meilan even calls Vivian Zhou a hired actress, and Susan Sue, desperate to believe she didn't just fumble the bag, agrees. It confirms her worldview that he's a pathetic liar. Later, Mo Chen rolls up to a stock brokerage to make his next move. Just wants to earn some pocket money, he says. But who does he run into? Susan Su's bestie, Vicky Qin, who works there. She's already heard the rental car story and immediately lays into Hyam for pretending to be a big shot. She assumes he's there to get her to talk to Susan Sue for Hyam, and tells Hyam to give up because he can't compete. Just then, Vivian Zhou walks in, still being super attentive to Hyam. The two of them have some flirty old classmate banter, and right on schedule. The system drops a new mission. Post on social media claiming a single-day profit of 10 million yuan from stocks. Vivian then offers to give Hyam a tour of the car's features, or maybe a test drive. The subtext is not subtle. Mo Chen playfully calls her out. Internally, Vivian knows this is her chance with a high-diden tycoon, and she has to take it, but Mo Chen is focused on the mission. He tells Vivian to come with Hyam to the brokerage firm, and she happily agrees. Back at the office, Vicky is still trash-talking Hyam to her colleagues, completely convinced the car is a modified rental. As Mo Chen and Vivian walk in, Vicky continues her rant, calling Vivian a convincing actress and mocking Mo Chen's spending. Mo Chen completely ignores her, calls her a fly, and tells Vivian they should just go inside. He tells Vicky not to waste his time while he's making money. He walks to the counter and coolly asks to open an account with the highest possible leverage. Vicky is convinced he's gambling to try and win Susan Sue back, and she can't wait to see Hyam lose it all. She keeps mocking Hyam, saying that if he was so good at investing, he wouldn't still be a low-level clerk after all these years. But this sparks an idea in Vivian's head. She realizes he wasn't a poor clerk. He was a high-diden tycoon just testing his ex-girlfriend. It all clicks for her. A normal clerk could never order a car like that. His power must be incredible, and she needs to grab this opportunity. Mo Chen then makes his post. Bored. Just bought some stocks. Should be easy to make 10 million for pocket money today. Vicky sees his transaction. A 1 million loan with 100x leverage. She panics, thinking he's going to lose everything in a day. But Vivian, now a true believer, just scoffs. To a tycoon like Mo Chen, a million is just pocket change. Selling the car alone would get Hyam 20 million. Vicky frantically sends screenshots to Susan Sue and Lily. They freak out when they see his betting it all on Spark Tech, a stock that's about to crash. Mo Chen confirms his bet. All in on Spark Tech. Vicky can't take it anymore and confronts Hyam directly. She calls Hyam crazy, saying the stock is about to be delisted. She tells Hyam he clearly knows nothing about investing. She asks how he could have 1 million yuan, since she's Susan Su's bestie. She claims to know his financial situation. Vivian steps in, saying it seems her friend doesn't know Mo Chen at all. Just then, a staffer confirms Mo Chen just deposited 1 million. Vicky is stunned. Her brain can't compute. So she comes up with a new insane theory. He must have mortgaged his parents' house. She keeps pleading with Hyam to sell, internally admitting she's scared he'll come after her for revenge if he goes broke. Mo Chen roasts her, saying she wasted 3 years at the firm if she can't see this obvious play. He tells her to read his social media and learn something. She is furious, giving Hyam one last warning before calling Hyam a beggar and telling Hyam to lose everything. Mo Chen just ignores her, enjoying the reactions he's getting. He turns to Vivian and compliments his own good taste. Even Vivian is a bit nervous, asking if betting everything on a failing stock is too risky. She says her own money couldn't handle that kind of gamble. Vicky gets Susan Sue on the phone, who tries to threaten him, one last TM. But Mo Chen has had enough. He tells Vicky she's wrong about two things. First, he doesn't need Susan's approval for anything. Second, they shouldn't use their pathetic understanding to guess his level. Their finish line is his starting point. He finishes by saying the 1 million they care so much about means absolutely nothing to Hyam. Vicky is speechless. Vivian is practically swooning. Vicky calls Hyam crazy, one last TM, and tells Hyam to go bankrupt. Susan Sue, on the phone, gives Hyam a final chance to pull out his money or shell never speak to Hyam again. Suddenly, a staffer points to the screen. Spark Tech. It's moving. Kevin Joe dismisses it as the stock's last dying breath. Vicky agrees. Thinking she was just letting Mo Chen get to her, she tells Susan Sue it's a false alarm and that his stock is as hopeless as he is. But just then, another trader screams to look at the screen. Okay, so Lily is on the phone, deep in her conspiracy theory era. She's convinced Mo Chen borrowed the million to rent the car, all to show off for Susan. The level of cope is unreal. She's like, even if he died he'd make 10 million. He couldn't afford that car. It's just a dream. But Susan is starting to panic. She knows the 1 million loan with 100x leverage on a crashing stock means he's about to be financially ruined. As she watches, the stock tanks even harder. So she calls Hyam, pulling the whole "I am worried about you" routine. She tells Hyam he doesn't need to prove anything to her and that he's being childish. But Mo Chen is not having it. He claps back, asking who she thinks she is to lecture Hyam. Then he drops the bomb. He reminds her he's the reason she got her general manager promotion. Meanwhile, Vicky is celebrating the stock's collapse, convinced it's about to hit a historic low and go bankrupt. Vivian is getting nervous about the sharp drop, but Mo Chen calmly says the deeper it falls, the higher it will rise. And then it happens. A huge order of 5,000 shares hits the market. Then 10,000. Then a massive 100,000. A whale has entered the chat. Just like that, the stock skyrockets and hits its daily limit up. Vivian is losing her mind. She tells Mo Chen he's a genius. The office is in chaos. Everyone who was laughing is now trying to buy in. But it's too late. Vicky is in absolute disbelief. On the phone, Susan hears the commotion and asks what's happening. Lily, still clueless, says it must have crashed. Vicky corrects her, screaming into the phone that the stock hit its limit up. Susan is left completely stunned. Later, Mo Chen is driving Vivian. Shay's fully on his side now, saying he's the most successful one from their class and everyone misjudged Hyam. He flirts back, reminding her she was the campus belle every guy had a crush on. She asks if that included Hyam. She then gets real close, touching his face and saying she always knew he had potential. This girl is not wasting any time. He plays along, touching her chin and saying he also thinks she has potential. She thinks this is her big chance. Back at the office, Vicky confirms the devastating news. Mo Chen's 1 million yuan, with 100x leverage, just turned into a 10 million yuan profit. Susan Su's world is crumbling. She refuses to believe it, creating a new narrative that he faked the investment just to get her attention. Vicky admits he died to deposit the million, but since he traded on his phone, she can't prove he actually bought the stock. They all agree his post must be photoshopped. They've collectively died reality is fake because the truth is too much to handle. Iconic. After his victory, Vivian invites Hyam home to see her cat do backfly bis. Girl, we see you. Mo Chen, ever the strategist, politely declines, saying he has urgent business but they can discuss cat acrobatics later. A masterclass in curving someone, he drives off, leaving Vivian vowing to capture his heart next TM. She is down bad for our tycoon. TM for the next post. Mo Chen decides to go for maximum chaos. He claims to be a retired special forces soldier who can fight 10 Mike Tysons. Lily and Susan see this and just start roasting Hyam. Lily points out that serving for 20 years means he would have enlisted at age 5. Susan feels a moment of fake pity, wondering if she broke his brain. But Lily snaps her out of it, saying he's just a pathetic attention seeker. But the system comes through. and Mo Chen actually gets the body of a special forces soldier. He feels his physique completely change. Okay. Plot twist. It turns out Mo Chen met his CEO, Serena Shen, by saving her from some thugs using his new super soldier strength. Right after, she gets a call that Kevin Zhu's family company has poached all her antique appraisers, sabotaging her deal with a rich client named Master Hai. The system gives Haim a new mission: brag about being an antique master. So, Mo Chen steps in, claiming he's an expert known as Master Chen. He claims he's been studying antiques for 30 years and has developed X-ray vision for them. The confidence is next level. Serena, out of options, agrees to take Haim. But Mo Chen turns down her offer of payment, asking for a favor instead. Man is playing 4D chess, so they arrive at the auction, where Kevin, Susan, and her whole family are. I immediately spot Mo Chen and assume he snuck in for free food. Kevin mocks Haim for being interested in a worthless rock being used as a doorstop, calling Haim an embarrassment. This is it. Mo Chen wipes out his phone. He posts that all the auction items are trash compared to the doorstop. He says his X-ray vision reveals it's a rare violet jadeite, worth 50 to 60 million yuan. Kevin sees the post and starts laughing hysterically, telling Serena her boy has completely lost his mind. And Kevin Zhou, with all the confidence of a man who has never been wrong, declares that if that rock has any jade in it, he will eat it on the spot. The whole hater squad joins in, laughing their heads off. Even Serena is starting to think she made a huge mistake. Just then, the final boss appears. Master Hai, the auction host. I heard someone was dissing his collection, and of course, Kevin the Snake immediately rats Mo Chen out, twisting the story to make Haim sound even more arrogant. Master Hai confronts Mo Chen, but our boy doesn't even flinch. He just doubles down with main character energy. Master Hai warns Haim that there are consequences for running his mouth. Susan tries to get Mo Chen to apologize, but Lily tells her to just let Haim crash and burn. Mo Chen then hits them with the ultimate power move. He says Master Hai should be thanking Haim for showing up. The audacity is legendary. He promises to acquire the most valuable item in the room, and Master Hai agrees to wait until the auction is over to deal with Haim. As the auction starts, the system officially grants Haim X-ray vision. His brag is now a fact. He can literally see the massive jade inside the rock, while priceless artifacts are being sold for millions. Mo Chen just chills, calling them all trash. Serena is getting more and more nervous. The auction ends. The haters immediately swarm Haim, demanding to see this so-called treasure. The smug energy is off the charts. Mo Chen calmly points at the rock. Master Hai has had enough. He orders them to cut it open, threatening to cut Mo Chen up if it's a fake. The first cut reveals nothing but gray rock. The whole room erupts in laughter. Kevin and his crew are absolutely living for this moment of failure, but our king is unfazed. He silently tells the worker to make one more cut along a line he points to. He says this one will not miss. As they cut, everyone continues to mock Haim. Susan even begs Kevin to intervene, but he's enjoying the show too much. Serena steps up to take the blame for Haim. Then Mo Chen gives the final command. Pour water on it. And boom! The most incredible flash of green and purple appears. It's real. The whole room is stunned into silence. The appraiser confirms it's a flawless, priceless violet jadeite with a conservative estimate of over 60 million. Kevin is currently rebooting. His brain cannot process this information. Meanwhile, Susan is having a full-blown existential crisis. Seeing them together, a heartbroken Susan tries to run up and confront them, but her friends hold her back. Her friend Lily is in maximum cope mode, insisting it was just dumb luck and that there's no way a CEO like Serena would actually date Haim. To prove his gratitude, Master Hai offers to buy the jade for 80 million yuan. That's another W for our boy. Then, to solidify the friendship, Master Hai gives all his company's future investment projects to Serena's company, thinking she's Mo Chen's girlfriend. And Serena, ever the girl boss, he immediately accepts, saving her company. She plays the part perfectly. Susan finally confronts Haim, asking why he never told her any of this. But before he can answer, Serena steps in. She calls Susan out for being a manager at her company who is publicly palling around with their biggest rival, basically accusing her of being a corporate spy. Mo Chen adds insult to injury, questioning Serena's judgment for hiring someone who couldn't even see the potential in her own boyfriend. With that, Master Hai has them all thrown out. The walk of shame is absolutely brutal, but the hustle never stops. The system drops a new mission. Post about making 500 million in the foreign exchange market. As they leave, Kevin is still fuming, calling Haim a lucky fool. But Susan just stares, watching the man she threw away standing next to a powerful CEO, completely heartbroken. Meanwhile, Susan is having a full-on meltdown, wondering why he never showed her this say-di of him. Was he high-dyeing it? Or, did he just never trust her? Her friends and family try to pull her back from the brink of regret, insisting it was all just a fluke, a blind squirrel finding a nut. But Vicky, ever the opportunist, sees her opening. She thinks, "You fumbled the bag, Susan. So now it's my turn." Kevin tries to regain control by flexing his status. He offers Susan a top job at his company and invites the whole crew to an exclusive finance party, even as he gets the 80 million. Kevin and his crew are still screaming that it's a scam, that Mo Chen just got lucky. But Master Hai claps back hard. He says unless you have X-ray vision, no one could have known. He challenges them to find another lucky rock for 80 million. Susan tries to play the concerned ex, telling Mo Chen to confess if he's bluffing. But he's already moved on. Elsewhere, Serena thanks Mo Chen for saving her company's deal with Master Hai. The strategic alliance is forming. He gets a little flirty asking how she plans to thank him. And the tension is definitely there. A new Shibi is sailing. Y'all, but Susan and her family just can't let it go. Still trying to paint Haim as a liar, Mo Chen finally snaps. He asks why he would ever tell her anything when she never once believed in Haim. When her family always treated Haim like dirt, he calls her hopeless. And she's completely shattered. That's the sound of the final door closing. To prove his point once and for all, Mo Chen goes on an absolute tear, exposing all the other high-priced items in the auction as fakes. He breaks down the flaws in the glaze, the brushwork, even the Emperor's seal on a painting. It's a god-tier flex. Master Hai is stunned. The best experts in the city missed all of this. With the system's knowledge, Mo Chen is unstoppable. Later, Serena admits she's investigated him. She's fascinated by the mystery of a man with his wealth and skills high-dyeing as a low-level employee. Her snooping actually helps Solai deify his cover story. He plays it cool, saying the past is past, and that people should look forward. Just then, she gets a call about the big finance party. Knowing his stock market skills, she invites Haim to go with her as her date and advisor. He casually agrees, saying he just earned some pocket money and needs a place to spend it. Serena is floored. He called 80 million pocket money. At the party, Kevin is trying to look like a big shot, predicting a huge rise in the Australian market. Then Mo Chen and Serena walk in, and the vibe shifts. The haters immediately pounce, mocking Haim for daring to enter their world. They warn Haim he's about to lose all his lucky money. To make things worse, the supposed stock god, Mr. Kun, shows up and publicly dismisses Mo Chen's unspoken strategy of shorting the market as pure foolishness. But Mo Chen just smirks and tells Haim to remember this moment, because he's about to look really dumb. After Serena confirms that the entire room agrees with Mr. Kun, Mo Chen knows what he has to do. He declares that consensus is made to be broken. He predicts the market will crash spectacularly. And he's going all in, betting against everyone with his pocket money. And just to add some spice, he says he's aiming to make a cool 500 million for fun. The whole room is shook when they see he bet nearly 100 million against the entire market. Kevin gets in his face, puffing his chest out about the tens of billions he and his friends have invested in the opposite direction. He pulls out the big guns, saying even the legendary Mr. Contreator Kun put $1 billion down and has never lost. Mo Chen just hits Haim with the Ultimate Uno reverse, basically saying, "And how do you know I've ever lost?" The crowd absolutely roasts Haim, calling Haim a joke and giving Serena side-eye for bringing Haim. Susan rushes over with her fake concern, begging Haim to stop trying to prove himself to her. "Girl, please. Has not thinking about you. Has thinking about securing the bag." Her friends and family all pile on, bragging about their own small investments and how Mo Chen is about to lose it all. But our king is just farming their emotional energy for his system. He flabs her words right back at her. He tells her to be the one to back out, or she'll lose everything. Down to her family's burial money. The family explodes, screaming at Hyam for being disrespectful. Susan acts all disappointed. But honey, that's called a glow-up. And then, plot twist. Serena, our queen, steps up. She's not just watching. She's betting 200 million on Mo Chen's call. The room goes wild. Kevin freaks out, telling her she's going to bankrupt her own company for this nobody. Even Vicky, the ultimate opportunist, sees the potential and secretly bets her own savings on Mo Chen's side. Mo Chen finally puts Susan in her place once and for all. He asks what right she has to lecture Hyam. Since they already broke up, Serena backs Hyam up, telling Susan that TM will prove whose judgment is superior. The girl boss energy is everything. And then, in the biggest power move yet, Serena tells her team to add another 300 million. She is all in. Susan loses it, desperately trying to convince Serena has a fraud who knows nothing about finance and that everything has been pure luck. For a hot second, it looks like she might be right as the market ticks up. The haters start celebrating their inevitable win. But then, boom. Breaking news hits the screen. A massive bank fraud scandal in Australia. And the market absolutely tanks. Just like that, Mo Chen and Serena make a fortune. The sweet sound of karma, the undefeated Mr. Speedy M. Kun is shattered. His perfect record and his $1 billion are gone. The entire hater crew is financially and emotionally wrecked, screaming and crying over their lost life savings. And Susan is left completely broken, unable to process how he could be right again. It's just not possible. Serena is in awe, confirming to everyone they've made a massive profit because he knew the market would crash. And get this, Vicky, the low-key genius who secretly bet on Mo Chen, is freaking out. She literally doubled her money. She's officially a stan, calling Hyam a god and celebrating that she trusted the right person. We love a smart queen. Mo Chen turns to the now defeated Mr. Kun and asks Hyam if his very expensive lesson was worth it. Mr. Kun is spiraling, realizing Mo Chen didn't just have inside info. He was the one who made the news happen. He's not just a player. He's a world-class financial titan who can move entire economies. He is the final boss. The system confirms mission complete. 500 million earned. Mo Chen doesn't even have to argue anymore. He just has to wait for the money. He then starts taunting Kevin, asking Hyam how his 500 million investment is doing. The savagery is real. And right on cue, the bank notification hits his phone. 500 million. The flex is immaculate. Mei Lan loses her mind, screaming at Mo Chen for not sharing his secret. Conveniently forgetting she called Hyam a loser 2 minutes ago, he calmly reminds her that he literally told her she'd lose her coffin money and she insulted Hyam for it. He then tells Susan to get her family on a leash before they bite someone. The burn, as her family continues to screech. Susan is having a full-on system reboot. She's realizing she was wrong about everything. Serena suggests they leave the drama behind, but Susan stops Mo Chen, demanding to know who he really is. He completely roasts her, saying he already told her he was rich. But she and everyone else never believed Hyam. He lays it all out. Her mom saw a broke boy. Her friends saw a joke. And she just saw Hyam as a tool. He calls her out for only questioning Hyam now that he's successful, leaving her completely speechless. Later, Serena asks how he'd like to be thanked, but then reveals she's facing a corporate takeover by Kevin's family. Mo Chen realizes she's still playing chess, seeing Hyam as a piece to solve her problems. So he just says rest early and leaves her hanging. He's thinking his over the Ice Queen act. He's got a wildcat who can do backflips waiting for Hyam. And speak of the devil, Vivian greets Hyam at her door, calling Hyam master. Meanwhile, the losing team is in shambles. Kevin vows revenge, while Mei Lan and her son blame Susan for dumping the new billionaire. Susan spots Vicky looking happy and finds out she made money by actually listening to Mo Chen. When Susan gets mad, Vicky claps back, saying Susan didn't even trust her own boyfriend of 3 years. So who's to blame? To rub it in, Vicky announces she's going to dress up for Mo Chen at the next day's class reunion. The family goes into full cope mode. Dying Mo Chen is just a kept man for Serena and no match for Kevin's real power. Susan clings to this delusion, convincing herself hell be chewed up and spit out by the elite and will come to regret leaving her. Back with Mo Chen. He's busy with Vivian. He casually asks his special backfly biping cat about her unique qualities. Just then, Vicky sly dives into his DMs, inviting Hyam to the reunion and offering to be his date to make Susan jealous. He sees she's just a social climber and turns her down. But she pivots immediately and asks if he's interested in her instead. This gives Hyam an idea. The reunion is the perfect place to farm more emotional energy from the haters. To stir the pot, he posts a new brag about owning 10 5-star hotels, then tells Vicky he'll see her there. Vicky is ecstatic, ready to show Susan exactly what she lost by making Mo Chen her man. Finally, he tells Vivian to be his date for the party. She promises to outshine his ex in every way possible to make her master happy. Alright. Next day. It's reunion TM. The location is this super bougie hotel, and everyone is mingling. Lily immediately starts shading Vicky for waiting for Mo Chen, calling Hyam a kept man for a rich woman. She then hypes up Kevin, Susan's new man, flexing that he booked the presidential suite at this exclusive hotel, a place they could never afford on their own. Kevin loves the attention, bragging that he's already blacklisted Mo Chen from every company in the city. Susan, in her main character delusion, says she'll ask Kevin to spare Mo Chen once he comes crawling back for forgiveness. The audacity. Lily then attacks Vicky again, saying she got lucky with her small win and that Mo Chen is nothing compared to Kevin. But Vicky stands her ground, calling them out for their terrible judgment and inability to see Mo Chen's true potential. Right on cue, Mo Chen walks in. The man, the myth, the legend. Lily immediately gets hostile, asking why he's crashing their party since he and Susan are over. And Susan, bless her heart, genuinely believes he's there to beg her to take Hyam back. It's almost sad. She tells Hyam she's not ready to accept his apology and might consider forgiving Hyam when he recognizes his mistakes. Girl. What? But then, plot twist. Vivian strolls in, looking like a literal supermodel. The whole room goes quiet. Vicky proudly announces that she invited Mo Chen. When someone asks if he's her boyfriend, she says she's still trying to win Hyam over. A power move. Susan is seething. She accuses Hyam of trying to make her jealous and calls Hyam dirty for moving on so fast. Kevin joins the pile-on, mocking Hyam for using Serena's money to woo other women and calling Vivian just an actress he hired. Mo Chen just smiles. He asks if Kevin's salty about losing 500 million, then casually mentions the 500 mil he made is just pocket change for a night out. Then he drops the bomb. He complains about the hotel's service and says he needs to lecture the managers of his 10 5-star hotels about it. He even posts it online, saying this very hotel needs better management and he's firing the manager tomorrow. The absolute nerve. The crowd erupts. Kevin points out there are only 10 5-star hotels in the whole city, meaning Mo Chen is claiming to own them all. They all mock Hyam for bragging, while Kevin smugly reveals that Serena's company is about to go bankrupt anyway. Susan calls Hyam disgusting for being so vain. But oops! That's the last bit of emotional energy he needed. The system dings. It's all real now. He turns to them calmly. Dell guys don't have 10 5-star hotels. Oh right. You're poor. My bad. Thinking he has the final trump card, Kevin calls up his dad's friend, Manager Liu, to come expose Mo Chen as a fraud. When the manager arrives, Mo Chen just looks at Hyam and says, I bought this hotel group half an hour ago. Door fired. The manager scoffs and calls security. But then his phone rings. It's his boss, President Zhao. Zhao is screaming that the new owner, Mr. Mo Chen, is in that exact room, and the manager better get on his knees and beg for his job. The name reveal hits like a truck. It's Mo Chen. The entire room freezes in disbelief. It's all true. Manager Liu starts groveling. But Mo Chen is cold as ice. He orders an audit of the manager's finances, basically sending Hyam to jail. President Zhao arrives and Mo Chen gives his final orders. Blacklist everyone in the room from all his properties and sever all ties with Kevin's company. As Kevin leaves, he threatens Mo Chen with the power of real capital. Not knowing Mo Chen is the one holding all the cards, Susan is left completely shattered, unable to process that she threw away a $50 billion man. She asks Hyam why he hid it from her. And he just tells everyone to get out. Cold. Later? Her greedy family calls. Asking for money and mocking Mo Chen's hotel brag they saw online. She finally snaps at them, blaming them for forcing the breakup, before revealing the devastating truth. It was all real, and just like that, her family's greed-o-meter explodes. They tell her to forget Kevin and get back with Mo Chen immediately. They've cooked up this wild theory that he only showed up to the party to make her jealous because he's obviously still obsessed with her. And here's the master plan. They're gonna go with her to demand he transfer all 10 five-star hotels to her name as a condition for taking Hyam back. The nerve. The next day, they actually do it. They show up to confront Hyam. And Susan launches into her rehearsed speech about how she knows he still loves her. Her mom and brother jump in, calling Hyam son-in-law and brother-in-law, apologizing for being blind before. The cringe is so real, but our boy Mo Chen is not having any of it. He tells her flat out they are done, and to stop being delusional. Mei Lan, the mom, goes for the kill. She says if he wants Susan back, he should transfer a few hotels to her name as a wedding gift for security. He calls them shamelessly greedy, fires Susan from her job on the spot, and asks the most savage question: is she even worthy? At that exact moment, the system rewards Hyam with his biggest prize yet. Ownership of all the core development land in the entire city. Worth 60 billion, he now holds the lifeline of every major family in his hands. Especially Kevin's. Checkmate. Right then, his phone rings. It's Serena. Her company is under attack. Kevin has teamed up with 3 other powerful families to YB her out. She's desperate, begging Hyam for help. He plays it cool for a second, then agrees to come save the day. But before he leaves, he delivers the final blow to Susan. He lists every single betrayal. From her using Hyam for promotions, to her calling Hyam dirty. He tells her they were over the second she chose Kevin, and that her cheap tears are disgusting. Then he tells her to get out. Cut to Tangfei headquarters. Fatty Wang, his old manager, tries to pull rank and fire Hyam for absenteeism, but then Serena walks out, fires Fatty Wang on the spot, and calls Mo Chen her distinguished guest. Oh, how the tables have turned. Inside the office, the villain squad is assembled. Kevin and the heads of the other 3 families are ready for their hostile takeover. They offer Serena 1,000 yuan for her entire company or she'll face bankruptcy and cray-bippling debt. The absolute disrespect. They mock Mo Chen, saying his hotel money is nothing against their combined capital power. But Mo Chen just smiles and asks a simple question. Dao run the business scene here, but have you asked the landlord for permission? He then reveals that all those multi-billion-dollar projects they're building are on his land. And he's not selling. They all laugh, thinking he's insane. 600 billion for that land. Impossible. But then the system dings. Brag successful, and the phones start ringing. One by one, they get the news. Their land deals are void. The new owner is Mo Chen. Their bank loans are frozen. Construction is halted. Their entire empires are crumbling in seconds. Kevin can't believe it. Susan, watching from the sidelines, finally gets it. The sheer scale of the man she threw away hits her like a ton of bricks. Instantly, they're all on their knees, begging Mo Chen for mercy, blaming Kevin for everything, but he's done playing games. He reminds them they had their chance. It's too late now. He turns to Serena and asks, how much dye do they want to buy your company for again? She answers, 1,000 yuan. So Mo Chen goes for the ultimate power move. He offers to buy their 3 companies for 1 single yuan. Or they can face billions in debt. The reverse card is immaculate. Of course they accept. He kicks them out, but saves the final blow for Kevin. He tells Hyam the entire Zhou group no longer needs to exist. It's over. While this goes down, Susan's family has a complete meltdown. Her mom is just chanting about the 60 billion that was supposed to be theirs. They've gone full delusional, celebrating a fantasy fortune. With Leo cheering that his sister is the richest man's wife, this finally snaps Susan back to reality. She starts begging, blaming her mom and brother for everything, and then she goes nuclear. She offers to shibe her mom to a nursing home and her brother to a mental hospital if he'll just take her back. It's the ultimate act of desperation. But Mo Chen gives her nothing. Not even a glance. Instead, He tells Serena it's Tam to change the rules of the city. And in the final scene, Serena makes her move. She tells Hyam her thank you. Is this? From now on, she and her company are his. The ultimate power couple is formed, all while his ex and her family are left with nothing but regret. And it all ends where it started. With another post.